back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and today we're going to be counting down the top 10 hardest diamonds to find in the Hunter Call of the Wild in 2024. Now, this list has definitely changed with the introduction of Emerald Coast. At the end of the list, I am going to also mention some honorable mentions, and I will share some tips for hunting them as well as their hotspots, so hopefully you guys can put some of these harder diamonds in your lodge. Now guys, let me know in the comments what your most difficult diamond in the game is, and somewhere in the video I am going to drop a keyword. Drop that in the comments for your chance to win a 1-month membership to the channel, and we're going to roll right into it. Coming in at number 10 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the side-striped jackal. Now, jackals go to 9 legendary, and a while back they lost their drink time, so they do not drink, so you have to hunt them in their feed and rest zones exclusively. So that makes them definitely more difficult to hunt. They do go to 9 legendary, and I would say that all of the small predators are tougher diamonds to find, but side-striped jackal in particular, that is a very tough one. You do have to find a 9 legendary. I have never seen an 8 mythical side-striped jackal make diamond ever. This is a nice big pack of them, but as you can see here, our biggest one is a 7 very hard, and that is a pretty big jackal. But finding a 9 is very, very tough, especially when all you can hunt at are feed and rest zones. Then when you do find one, they are very tiny and they like to move around a lot. This is their animation when they are feeding. So not only do you have to find them, but you do have to take a good shot. Now what I would recommend doing is getting within 200 meters, putting out a call. That way you get their attention and they stop running around, and that way you should be able to take a vital shot. Now they can only be hunted on one map, and that is here in Savannah, but I would actually love to find also some rare side-striped jackal, and those are very tough to find as well. Their only rares are albino and melanistic, that's it, but because they are so elusive, they are very cool rares. Now I do have a couple diamond side-striped jackals. I think I just got lucky, but this is one species where when you find a max weight track, you definitely want to track it down. It's going to lead you to either a large 7, an 8 mythical, or a 9 legendary, and I track every max weight track for small predators. I will always track a red fox, a gray fox, or a side-striped jackal max weight track. Now let's see if we can take one of these babies down. It's not going to be easy because I don't have the collar on me. I think I dropped him. I might have spined him, but he definitely went splat. Okay, here is our buddy, and I did not get a vital. I got a non-vital. Well, and I did get spine. Man, if that was down just a little bit, I would have got a perfect vital. But that is a pretty big side-striped jackal, and diamond for side-striped jackal is 29.10. So definitely not an easy diamond. So these are all the very best spots to hunt for side-striped jackal, the best spot being the red circle in the center of the map. Coming in at number 9 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the caribou. Now, caribou can only be hunted here in Yukon Valley. Reindeer, which are almost the same as caribou but kind of made into a separate species in this game, can only be found in Medved Taiga. But one of the reasons that caribou are very, very tough diamonds is even when you do find a level 5, they troll 90% of the time. They are terrible for trolling. But finding a 5 is very, very tough, not easy. What you want to do is change the time to caribou drink time. Caribou drink from 4 until 8 here in Yukon, and you want to run all the water sources and spot every single one when you do find a herd looking for that 5 medium. Now, caribou make diamond at 430.23, which I think is a little bit high for caribou. I think their diamond trophy rating should be more like 420. Then they wouldn't troll nearly as much, but they can be very frustrating to hunt because they are such terrible trolls. Now their max weight is 190 kilograms or 418 pounds, but I wouldn't bother following their max weight track. It can lead you to a level 3, 4, or a 5, and that is just way too many. So it's not a good indicator of leading you to a diamond. So not every max weight track should be tracked, just the small predators, mainly the predators. Anything that goes to 9 should be tracked except for red deer. Their max weight track should not be tracked either because there are a lot of level 7s and 8s out there. So the chances of it leading to a 9 are not that great. Now I do have a diamond caribou, but I have definitely been trolled way more than I have not been trolled, but definitely finding a diamond caribou in the game right now is a very tough thing to do. Coming in at number 8 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the roe deer. Now, roe deer can be hunted here in Quattro Colinas and in HIRSCHFELDEN. Those are the only 2 maps you can hunt them. They do go to level 3. They can make diamonds at level 2 and level 3. You are looking for a max weight roe deer when you are looking for a diamond in the level 2. So this guy right here goes from 29 to 35 kilograms. That is a max weight roe deer. So that's a nice big one, and it is actually diamond potential. Diamond for roe deer is 81.86, and this guy goes up to 83, so he is a potential diamond. So we're gonna take him down and see. I highly doubt he is gonna make it, but you never know. There's only one way to find out. Now, the last time I shot a diamond roe deer was about a year and a half ago. They are not easy to find. Now, they are class 3 species, so I am gonna use the 243. Now, the rares for roe deer include piebald, albino, and melanistic, but my very first roe deer diamond came from HIRSCHFELDEN, and man, was I ever thrilled. Got him! Oh, he is a nice one. He is a big guy. Now, roe deer drink from 14 to 1700. Basically, you just want to check all the lakes where roe deer can be, which is most of the water sources here in Quattro, and they do love to be along the river as well. But I find these bottom lakes are especially good for them. So max weight in pounds is 77 pounds. So if you are in pounds, that is what you're looking for in a max weight track. And I definitely would track any max weight roe deer track. It is going to lead you to a big one. So not a diamond, not even in the ballpark, but he is a pretty big one. So a diamond is going to get a lot bigger than these horns, but who'd like to see a great one roe deer in the future? That would be pretty sweet. Coming in at number 7 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the Eurasian lynx. Now, lynx can be hunted here in Revontuli Coast and in Medved Taiga. And in Medved, they now have a drink time again, so that is definitely going to help us to find more diamonds. But even with having their drink zone reinstated, they are still very tough diamonds to find. Now, we used to only be able to hunt them in Medved, but since Revontuli came out, this is definitely a really good map to hunt lynx on. They're probably easier to hunt here in Revontuli than they are in Medved Taiga. But finding a 9 is very difficult. They go to 9 legendary. I have never seen an 8 mythical make diamond ever. Not just myself, I've never seen anyone else shoot one, and I certainly have not. Now, their diamond trophy rating is 27.68, and here in Revontuli, they drink from 3 to 6, and they also drink in Medved from 3 to 6, so they do have a universal drink time. But is it 6 o'clock? Yes, and this guy is unfortunately out of here. If he turns, I'm gonna shoot him. And we got him. Hopefully that was not a spine shot. So lynx are a class 3 species, so be careful with which weapon you use. You want to use weapons like the 243, the 223. The Zarza 223 is good for small predators. You can use the Marathi, but you can't use the 4 to 8 rifles or you will not get integrity. Now, the rares for lynx include piebald, albino, and melanistic, and I do have a Mela on Xbox, but I would love to find another one. It has been about 5 years since I shot a rare lynx. Also, very tough to find. So max weight for lynx is 45 kilograms or 99 pounds. And you definitely, if you do pick up a max weight track, you do want to track it. It will lead you to either a large 7, an 8 mythical, or a 9 legendary. So it definitely is worth tracking. So there is our 6. He is a silver. And there we go, 27.68 for diamond, but not an easy diamond to find. Coming in at number 6 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the coyote. Now, I have been playing this game for 7 years, and in that time, I have only ever found 2 diamond coyotes. One was in LAYTON here. It was one of my first diamonds, and then when Rancho came out, I have had one from Rancho, and that is it. I have hunted quite a few coyotes. I just have not come across another one. They do go to 9 legendary. I have never never seen an 8 make diamond or heard of it. Their diamond trophy rating is 56.87 and their max weight is 27 kilograms or 59 pounds. And you definitely want to follow any max weight track for coyotes that you do pick up. It's going to lead you to a large 7, an 8 mythical, or a 9 legendary. Now they do have different drink times. They drink here in Layton from 0 to 4, and in Rancho they drink from 21 to 0. So both maps they do drink in the dark, so that makes them even tougher. Now it took me quite a while just to find a male coyote here in Layton, like not easy to find. But their rare furs include piebald, albino, and melanistic, and I was lucky enough to find a Mela coyote on my map about a month ago. Now let's take this bad boy down. Now coyotes are very tiny, so you do want to be as perfectly zeroed as you can be, and they are a class 3 species, so I am using the 243, but you can use the 223, the Zarza 223, you can use the Coleman, and we're gonna aim a little bit high to offset for the not perfect zeroing. And he went splat. We got him. Now coyotes can be found literally on any piece of water in Layton. Coming in at number 5 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is a species that resides only on one map, and that map is here in Revontuli Coast. Now that species is none other than the raccoon dog. And there's a few right there. And 3 females. Finding a 9 legendary is not an easy thing to do with raccoon dogs. That is their max level. I have never seen an 8 mythical make diamond in game, but if you guys have, please definitely let me know in the comments and post a picture to my Discord, because I would love to know, because it does not happen very often. Generally speaking, you are looking for a 9 legendary, and they only make diamond as males. Now I do have 1 diamond raccoon dog. Unfortunately I got it off of the beta, and I was so excited that I messed the recording up, but I did get a capture of the trophy card, and here it is right here. Now because I got it on the beta, I did not get to keep the trophy, so I do not have a diamond raccoon dog in my lodge, so I am definitely looking for another one, and it's not going to be easy to find. Okay, I ran from here all the way around just so I could get to this side. We do have a much better shot now. Don't have a better wind, but I'm gonna see how close I can sneak up to them. Now their diamond trophy rating is 9.29, but definitely if you pick up a max weight track, you definitely want to track it, and that is for all small predators. Okay, he's attentive, so I'm gonna take the shot a wee bit high. Got him! We got him. And splat, he did. So the Zarza 223 does a fantastic job. He definitely did not run far, and you can shoot them from up to 300 meters or even further. Just gotta be very careful because they are very tiny. And there are a bunch of males around here. There's a 5, there was a 6 there. Okay, and here is our little buddy. Beautiful. We got left long, perfect shot, 156 meter shot, and he is an 8.13, and he is a gray. So they're pretty cool looking species. I think they're pretty awesome, but they are definitely tough diamonds. So when you are hunting them here in Revontuli, they're only basically on the bottom, I would say 20% of the map. You won't find them up here at all. But when you are hunting for other species, definitely be looking further back from the edges of the water, because they do feed and rest all down here, and you will also see them during the day. Now I have never hunted them in their feed zones, but I definitely am going to try that next, especially when I am hunting for a rare, because it is tough to see them in the dark. There's that beautiful sound. Coming in at number 4 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild is the ring-necked pheasant. And we have one right here, and he is about to disappear. Now, pheasants, even when you find one, getting one down can be very tricky, and oh my gosh. Got him! Beautiful! Now, I personally like to use the shotgun with the scope because I find they're very tiny, and I just don't have the greatest of eyesight. But we did get that female there. She is going down. But hunting for pheasants is actually super fun. I really love the running and gunning, and hunting them here in Rancho is probably their best map. There are a pile of pheasants here. Now, I actually forgot to go and get my lab. I'm gonna have to go get him so he can do my retrieving. But until then, I will get my bloodhound to help us out. But pheasants go to level 3. Thank you, dog. They can make diamond at level 2 and level 3, and their diamond trophy rating is 20.29. So you definitely need a very big one, and you do have to shoot them when they are airborne in order to get a score at all. Now, if you see them coming down and their landing gear is out, in other words, their feet are out when they're coming down to land, do not shoot them yet. Wait until they land and go back up and then shoot them. Even if they have not hit the ground yet, that will be considered grounded, and you could definitely ruin a diamond that way. You will not get any score if you shoot them while their feet are on the ground or they're about to land. Now, they do not drink. That definitely makes them tougher species to hunt, so you have to hunt them in their feed and their rest zones. Now, I personally like to hunt them during the 4 to 8 feed time. I usually set the time to about 5:30 because who wants to hunt in the dark? And that's just a female, so you wait. She's going back up, and then you shoot. And Splat. Beautiful. So this is the Cacciatore 12 gauge shotgun. That is my favorite shotgun because it has 6 shots. So it is awesome for taking lots and lots of class 1 species down when you do use birdshot. I'm a-coming. Now, the other thing you really want to pay attention to when you are hunting for a diamond ringneck pheasant is their track weight. You are looking for a max weight track, and that track is 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds. So if you pick up a max weight track, definitely worth tracking. And I'd say following those max weight tracks is probably the easiest way to find a diamond. Now, it's definitely not guaranteed to lead you to a level 3, but it is going to lead you to a nice big one, and hopefully eventually you will find a level 3 that way. Now, I do have 2 diamond ringneck pheasants. My first one, which was definitely a fluke, came off of Quattro Colinas, and then I did find one here in Rancho del Arroyo. But they can also be hunted now in Hirschfelden and in New England Mountains. So there are 4 different maps to hunt for ringneck pheasant. So that definitely does help. I love having map variety, but my favorite map to hunt them is definitely Rancho. There's just piles of them, and my dog is not tracking. What? I thought he was. It was just a female anyway. But the rares for ringneck pheasant include leucistic, albino, and melanistic, and the rares are so cool. Melanistic is a blue pheasant. This is what one looks like. I did get one last year, and I was elated. Also a very tough trophy to find. But if you do have a diamond ringneck pheasant, consider yourself lucky because they are definitely one of the toughest diamonds to find in the game. Oh, we just got a warning call. Yes. Coming in at number 3 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find, there they go, is the bobwhite quail. Just finding them is very, very tough, and he is off and flying. Oh, so this is another species you have to shoot airborne. You will not get any score for them if you shoot them while they are grounded. That includes when their feet are out, their landing gear. Don't shoot them until they land and go back up, or you will not get full score. Now, one of the best ways to hunt them is to find their zones so you know where they're going to be and then set it for that time and approach the zone. The second best thing is just picking up tracks and following them. And if you are looking for a diamond, you want to be tracking those max weight tracks. Now, max weight for bobwhite quail is 0.25 kilograms or 0.55 pounds. So when you pick up the track, obviously it just says 0 kilograms, but when you pull open your map, it will actually give you the weight range, and that's how you can tell if you're looking at a max weight track or not. Now, I'm pretty sure diamonds are male. My diamond was a male. I think they used to be able to make diamond as females, but I think that has changed, but I could be wrong about that. If you do know anything about that, guys, let me know in the comments. So 5:30 is perfect, right in the middle of their zone time, and the sun is coming up. So I spooked them out, then I found their zone. So what I actually did was leave the game and come back. This zone is from 4 to 7, so we're going to put the time back so that this zone is active. Then we're going to approach the zone and tippy-toe in and get as close to them as we can, and then try to get them to flush and shoot them in the air. Now, you want to spot as many as you can. You are looking for a level 3, but level 2s, big ones, can make diamond as well. But I personally think that the easiest way and the best way to find a diamond bobwhite quail is by running around the open areas, picking up their tracks, and following those max weight tracks. Of course, when you see them, you want to spot every single one of them, and their diamond trophy rating is 238. Now, it's going to be very hard to see whether they are in their zone, so we're going to be listening also for mating calls. calls. So they may not even be there, but I am walking towards their zone. If they are here, I would probably get a warning call. There's a raccoon, but I don't think they're in their zone right now. So just getting eyes on quail is a very tough thing to do. They are hard to hunt. Now they only have one rare fur type, which is albino, which would be very, very sweet to find, but I would imagine that that rare is very tough to find as well. Okay, well, I'm gonna barrel towards it. I'm pretty sure they're not here, so we're gonna have to go look for more zones or more tracks. But bobwhite quail are definitely one of the toughest diamonds to find in the entire game. Okay, I just had a mating call, so there's definitely a herd not too far away. So that brings us to number 2 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call of the Wild, and that would be the chamois. And oh my gosh, I have needed a diamond chamois forever. I've needed a diamond chamois since the day that Tiawaroa came out. I did shoot a level 3 on the beta, and I did get trolled, and since then, they are really, really tough diamonds to find, especially since they had their drink time taken away, and now you can only hunt them in their feed and their rest times. Which brings us out here to the top of the mountains. This is where they like to feed, so it's not like you're gonna run into them. You definitely are not. But if you hear that really, really crazy mating call, you will definitely know that they are around, and we do have quite a few of them up here. But finding a 5, never mind finding chamois at all, is a very tough thing to do. Now, I have a lot of feed zones up here from 4 until 8, so I like to set the time to 5:30 because I don't particularly want to hunt them in the dark. And they are a class 3 species, so be careful which weapon you use. You want to be using things like the Zarza 223 or the 243, the 22-250, anything that is good for class 3 species. So they must be traveling to their zone. Basically, you need to come up to the top of these mountains. I have a tent over here and a tent down here, and you need to run where you see pathways and spot both ways to find their zones. Now, other areas where you will find them, there are zones around. If you run from this outpost, these are both chamois feed zones. They used to drink all along this side of the lake, so they do still have feed zones here up in this area. Some of them have disappeared from me. I have been having zones disappear from my map lately, but that is a chamois feed zone, so definitely check this area right here. And this outpost, you want to run this street, and you will find a bunch of chamois zones because it is at the bottom of the mountain. So this area is really good for chamois as well. But I really wish that I had got off my rear end and gone and got a diamond when they used to drink, because now that they don't drink anymore, they are next to impossible to find a diamond of. If you guys struggle with finding a diamond chamois, let me know in the comments. I would love to know what your experience has been. But I still need a diamond chamois, and hunting them actually drives me up the wall. It is very trying, very time consuming, and I just really wish that they would drink again. But the key phrase for today's video is give me some hard diamonds. Now, I don't know where that herd went, and I'm running out of patience. Oh, they're down here. So chamois go to level 5. They can make diamond at level 4 and level 5. So you do want to be shooting all the level 4s that are diamond potential. Now, their diamond trophy rating is 58. So that is the number you want to find in the estimate of any level 4. That means it is diamond potential, and you want to take a good shot on it. I also wanted to mention that with chamois, diamonds can be both male and female. So this is very time consuming, takes a lot of effort. There we go. But unfortunately, he does not have 58 in his estimate. He is too small, so he has no shot at making diamond whatsoever. But when you do find a herd, you want to spot every single one of them. There is no caller for them, which makes them even more difficult, but I am going to take one down just for fun. And there's that delightful mating call. It cracks me up. It's pretty hilarious. So this is where the zone is that we just found, right there. Okay, he's up and moving. We are going to use the Zarza 223, 0 to 150, and they are about 140. Okay, where'd the 4 go? Now I'm gonna shoot the biggest ones because I am gonna get a respawn, and you never know. We shoot enough of them, maybe we could spawn a diamond onto our map. That would be delightful. So we're going for this level 4. Is happening? Oh, I did get him. didn't think I did. I might have put too many bullets into him. I didn't think the shot was registering. And here is our buddy. How you doing, my dude? And only one shot registered, and I didn't even get a good shot. What a rip. I'm pretty sure the first couple shots didn't even register. I do feel a little ripped off on that shot, but he isn't a diamond, so it's really not the end of the world. Just a very, very difficult diamond to find. If you have one, consider yourself very lucky. Oh my gosh, I actually found a mating call. That's clue number 1. Coming in at number 1 on our list of top 10 hardest diamonds to find in Call the Wild can be found here in Emerald Coast and no other maps. What I'm referring to is none other than the stubble quail. And just finding them is a very difficult thing to do, never mind find a diamond. Yep, here they are, 80 to 100 meters. Okay. Oh, see, and they're already fleeing. Ridiculous. Now again, you do have to shoot them when they are airborne or you will not get any score. And they're already out of here. Yeah, the chances of shooting this guy, not easy. But follow them. He's just a level 1. He's not much, but man, I can't even get him down. But when you see them on the ground, you want to crouch and get as close to them as you possibly can, because as soon as they start flying, it gets very, very tough. And then shoot them as soon as they leave the ground, and that's going to be your best bet at getting a stubble quail down. Now, you are looking for a level 2 or a level 3, but most of the time a level 2 is not going to lead you to a diamond. You definitely want to be checking their tracks and following every max weight track that you can find. Now, max weight for stubble quail is 0.13 kilograms or 0.28 pounds. And again, you want to open up your map and have a look at the weight here. It still says chamois, but I will pick up a track for a stubble quail in just a second, and it's already leaving. Oh my gosh, this is utterly ridiculous. And they're landing again. Okay, I'm going in, and they're flying again. Oh goodness. So I definitely use a scope because they are so tiny. Hurry up and reload, and it is gone again. Stubble quail can be found on any place on this map. I got it! I got one down. That's an accomplishment in and of itself, never mind finding a diamond. And how you doing, my little friend? They are absolutely tiny. So that is a male level 1. Diamond for stubble quail is 238, so that is what you are looking for a diamond. But man, they are tough diamonds. There are 2 rare fur types for stubble quail, and that would be dark brown and albino. Now, I'm not sure, because I don't have a diamond stubble quail yet, whether they're diamonds or male or female. Now, I'm guessing that they will be male, just like their cousin, the bob white quail, but I could be wrong. But if you do know the answer to that, please do let me know in the comments. But I do feel like tracking is the best way to find a diamond. Run around your map, look for quail, pick up their tracks, and whenever you find a max weight track, track it down, find their zone, and then tippy toe in. Get as close to them as you possibly can before you spook them, flush them out, and shoot them as they launch. That is the best plan of attack. Now, I do have some honorable mentions because there are quite a few very difficult diamonds to find in the game, and putting them in any particular order was very tough to do. So basically, today's list was based on my experience in the game, and you may have a different experience. So also very tough are mountain goats, since they no longer have a drink time. They are a tougher diamond in Silver Ridge Peaks. Also, wild boar. Both of the ptarmigan species in Revontuli are definitely not easy to come upon, and they also need to be shot while they are airborne. And red fox. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't put red fox on the list this time, and the reason is because now with the introduction of Emerald Coast, red fox are definitely easier diamonds to find. This map is absolutely amazing for red fox. There are just an insane amount of red fox on this map, and again, that's another predator. You want to follow all of their max weight tracks, but we have a lot of maps with red fox now, like a lot. And I just feel like because we have Emerald Coast now, which is just loaded with red fox, I don't find them to be as tough a diamond as they used to be, and that is why I don't have them on today's list. But if you do have a different experience than I have been having, definitely let me know in the comments, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, click right here for the top 10 easiest diamonds to find and how to hunt them in Call the Wild.